So, we're back with another prediction of mine come correct. I knew we'd get another data mine partway through the month. However, what I did not expect was... I did not expect the anniversary units to not be here. I expected it to be a little bit later with the anniversary units. I did not expect what we got. So here are all the spoilers, right? Signasuit Deoxys. Oh my god. Signasuit Steve and Deoxys. I just fucking woke up like maybe 30 minutes ago. Forgive me if I stumble over my words. I've spent the last 30 minutes trying to understand this fucking pair, but we're gonna go into that. New event unit. Free Giovanni and Persian. But then 3 Enforcer grids for this month on top of our first extension. Then new EXs include Blue and Arcanine. Very good. Dragon Silence. A free support EX. Which you just need Spirits and Powers for, obviously, but another support EX option for those who don't have. So, this video is going to be all about Deoxys. This is for another. I was building some grids with a few people. Okay. There is so fucking much to this unit. I have to dedicate it to its own video. There is so much to digest here. So, Deoxys has all 4 forms. Grid is built like me, where it's big as fuck. How will they do an extension for this in the future? I don't know where they would place the nodes. Probably in these spots here. And maybe some here. I have no idea how they would build an extension of this. But, so, all 4 forms right here, we're going to go through all of them. So when you enter the field, you start as normal form. You get downside up. If stats would be lowered, they're increased instead. Pinpoint entry, you get 1x at the start of the battle. And entry freebie, you get a free move. Now, your 4 moves are all TMs. So you're meant to get the entries, then you're meant to pick a form, depending on your circumstance. So try this. You turn the turn to psychic terrain, so you're your own terrain setter in this instance. Raises use defense, special attack, special lift, and speed by 2 stat ranks. Replace the user's moves with different moves. Replace some of these passives with different passives. Right? So, this is normal form. This is the first form that you choose an offensive in quotes, normal form. So, we're going to go to that. None of your stats change. Keep in mind of the other passives. We still have a free move next. And we have the +1 accuracy. So, I'm just going to do EX stats for reference. 200, 260, 260, 370. Not horrible. So, you get Cycle Boost. 240 BP. Lowers the used special attack by 2 stages. So, passive ice here. You still have downside up. So, you can max out your own special attack. This form just needs a crit supporter. Fuel economy. Decreases the amount of move gauge slots the user needs by 1. So, this becomes a 240 BP 2-bar move. No, sorry. No, this are already counting it. So, sorry, 3, then Zen Headbutt becomes 1. You have, Fuel Economy, which we had that with Blaziken, then Aggravation 2. So, you have a 240 BP move that you can max out your own special attack with for 3 bars. You have Recover, so you can heal yourself. So you could be a little bit of a tank, a little bit. You have Cosmic Power, so you can raise your own defenses. Then Zen Headbutt with Aggravation, make that 4%. So you can be a 1-bar flincher. But then you can sink if you want down the middle with your own Psychic Terrain buff. Psycho Boost with Psychic Terrain, max out your own special attack. That's nice. Recover, great. Like, this normal form is strong. So to press this once again, you're starting with all of your stats at +2 except crit, Psychic Terrain, +1 accuracy, and you can max out your own special attack. So if you just max out your own crit rate, you will be able to take advantage of the built-in Rising Tide with 360 BP for the sync. Unless if you get some of the ones here, which that guy's you're looking at 460, which is ridiculous. So yeah, single target, he can hit very hard, right? Now, I'm just going to fly through the other forms. So, all of that is normal form. You can get most of the buffs you need. You just need a little bit of topping off, but that's fine. Now, the next form is attack. Obviously, it's saying attack. Raises your special attack by 6, raises crit by 3, changes into attack form. And the passive still shuffle and everything. So you're coming into attack form with plus 6 special attack, plus 3 crit rate, and plus 1 accuracy. But then you have grid nodes here that can benefit these. So like for example, when you try this, you can get yourself plus 2 special attack and plus 2 crit rate. So you would only need 1 cycle boost and 1 additional crit rate. So someone who tops off would be nice. But that's only if you're going for grid stuff. I personally don't think a grid is needed at all for this pair. Like, I don't think you need to go past 1 out of 5. He just does so fucking much. So, attack form, your offensive stats become 520, and unfortunately your defense is lack a little bit, speed stays the same. So, we're going to go over the passives first. You still have downside up. You still have that. So for example, if someone is using Icy Wind on you or Leer, your stats are raising. Expanded Sync, when the sync move attacks an opponent, becomes all. The power of the sync move is not affected by this passive skill, if not lowered, even if there are multiple targets. So you get a Strike EX with a tech buff. So 460 BP, assuming you get the grid nodes, with Strike Power and Rising Tide. That is fucking ridiculous. Now, initially, I underestimated this because I thought, oh, techs have lower BP than normal. And I missed Rising Tide entirely. So I thought you would just get Psychic Terrain from an ally. Because only normal form gives himself Psychic Terrain. All the other forms do not. So you have to get Psychic Terrain via an ally. Then Power Chain. Now, you'll notice that Metagross has this exact same passive. In fact, I'm just going to pull up in another tab here. Give me like 2 seconds. I want to show you side by side, but I do not want to show my other tabs because I am pussy. Okay. Metagross here has Power Chain. This is the same name, but it does something entirely different. So this one there's a chance of increasing the user's physical moves and special move next by 1 rank when a move is successful. So that can include Cosmic Power here. So while you're raising your stats for that big nuke, because you need 18 stats to fully take advantage of Rising Tide, you can get 10 at the start because special attack is 6, crit rate is 3, accuracy is 1. That's 10. You just need 8 more. So you can just raise your own defenses, do a support EX, stack up special next, sync nuke everything, then one-shot the middle. That's literally what you could do with Deoxys. It is fucking insane. Now, granted, DPS are dime a dozen, so you don't need this at all. You can use it for any other form. Like, this pair is so fucking flexible, you can use them for anything. Anything your box needs. Slide in Tentacle Boy. There you go. Like, this pair is insanely broken just because of how much he can do. Like, dare I say this is the best unit in the game for that reason. DPS is dime a dozen, but this unit can tank, this unit can support, this unit can flinch, this unit can do DPS. He is ridiculous. Like, I'm not one to say units are best units in the game just because they do XYZ. Like, this unit actually does fucking everything. You just need to know how to use him and plan everything out. That's it. Like, Chris was really good, but this is Massive Fair Tier in my honest opinion. Like, this is broken as shit. So, moves, Cycle Boost once again. He has Protect, so you can tank a Sig move because he is literally a sheet of fucking paper. Send Headbutt does not mean much for this because you don't have Aggravation. Cosmic Power once again, then same Sig move, that does not change. Power Chain with this and setting this up is just ridiculous, honestly. Wrong thing. Okay. So that is attack form. If I'm not an idiot. Okay, then the next one is speed form, faster. Reduces the user's sync counter by 2, raises speed by 6, raises evasion by 3, and you change into speed form. So you can be an evasion tank if you want. You are a very good move gauge support and sync accelerator. Now if we go into speed form, it skipped defense for some reason. You still have downside up, so you're still getting stats from via your cycle boost and whatnot. Then effect on its favor reduces the sync counter by 2 the first time this Pokemon uses a status move for each battle. So I gotta sneeze. Fuck. Sorry, this is taking up time. Oh god. There it goes. Okay. So when you use your first Cosmic Power or Recover or... Sorry, no, it's not Cosmic Power, it's Double Team. When you use Double Team, you get 2 sync countdown. So you can pocket that countdown till after a sync move is used. So you can save it. So you can use this as your counting. This is so fucking good. But to then have the clip of Inflictor, Move Gauge Acceleration when you use the stats move each battle. So you can also pocket a Move Gauge Acceleration as well. So you have plus 6 speed to start off. You can max your own special attack via Cycle Boost if you want. It's 4 bars in this example. You have Recover in case if you do get hit as an evasion tank. Then headbutt for flinching, but that's whatever. Then Double Team to raise your own evasion. Same thing with the Sync Nuke. 460 BP if you want. You can still raise your own stats a lot. So like all these options, Sync Nuke is available because you raise your own stats so fucking much. So originally I said that, oh yeah, I think Head Start 1 would be better on this pair because DPS is optional, but everything else he does would benefit Head Start. While that is true, Sync Nuking is a viable option for every single one of these options. After like really sitting down and looking at this. So I think CS2 will still be the way to go for this pair. Because I just thought that, oh, you'd want him for supporting, you would want him for sync accelerating for like constantly. Because of everything else he does, defense is only one role. I realize that this isn't true. Thank you for those who have been up longer than me to explain my misunderstandings. That's all I have to say. So yeah, Deoxys here, speed form, is starting with 6 speed, 3 evasion. That's 9 buffs. But then you need... So then you can max out your own special attack with time. So that's 6, 12. Yeah, you can max out everything just from 3 cycle boosts. That's funny. But then you could do Double Team Pep Rally for this form, so you can give everyone speed as well. That's an option. You can make him a debuffer if you choose, but he's not AoE, so I wouldn't do that personally. You can Recover Master Healer for this form and the other forms. Soften up, so your crit, so your sync is a guaranteed crit. Furious Brain boosts up Cycle Boost by 30%. With Psychic Turn, that's 80. With a 240 BP move, that's not bad. Then BOGO, so you can outright get a free move next when you're using Cycle Boost. If you're not using someone like Latios, for example. Like, there's just so much going on with this pair, and it's all so good. So yeah, speed is your sync accelerator, if you need that. Oh my god, that was normal. I'm an idiot. Then last one is Defend. Raises attack and special attack for all its increments by 4. So this is your support tank role. Applies damage guard next to the user, changes into defense form. So let's go into defense form now. So you have downside up once again. So any debuff becomes a buff. We've been over this. Your speed is decreased. Your defenses shoot up to almost 400. Your attacks, sync nuking is not viable for this. HP, you have decent HP throughout this whole thing. Stat share, when you use a stats move, raises all stats for allies by the same amount. Then 100% chance of raising special defense by 2 when you use a status move. So in this instance, that could be Recover and Iron Defense. So every instance of Iron Defense, you give everyone +2 defense and everyone +2 special defense. So you can become a very reliable tank. You could still Zen Headbutt for flinching. This is where Recover Master Hero would come into play, where you just soak up so much fucking damage as a tank, you just heal it all back up. Now, this instance, I wish he was a support EX, but you could pair this with someone else with Rising Tide who wants a strike nuke or just another tech nuke right down the middle. An instance where you wouldn't use a support EX, he can fill that tank slot very well. Like, dude, this shit is insane. Well, which one is best? I don't think there is a best one in this instance. It is entirely flexible, entirely what you want, but you can pair him with other Psychic Terrain users, like Latias could top off his special attack for Speedform, for example, or normal form. You could do that. That's your Psychic Terrain supporter. Another move gauge accelerator, especially for Speedform. Well, I wouldn't say especially. He's his own move gauge support, but like for a cycle boost with how much fucking move gauge that costs when you're not. Yeah, I guess attack would be it. Wait, I'm already mixing these up. Goddamn. Yeah, for attack form. Even though he already maxed out his own special attack, so I guess you would do Musharna for that. So yeah, you could do Musharna lowering special defense. Latias is very viable with him. Latios is also pretty viable, but you still need your own Psychic Terrain, but that's whatever. Because Latias just free moves out the ass. Sorry about my mic. Fuck. Like, oh my god. I seriously think the Spare is the best unit in the game just because of what he does. He does so much for like next to no setup. It's like it's just taking one turn to have another unit on the field, pretty much. I don't know. Let me know what you think of Deoxys in the comment section below, and who would you pair him with? Like what team comps are you thinking with what form? Because just saying Deoxys in the future is gonna be like, okay, what form? And yeah, the rest of the diamonds will be coming out shortly. See you then.